Alright guys, well here we go again. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Can you believe it? After all these years, and it's probably my fourth, possibly fifth playthrough of the game. And I started YouTube making tips videos. One of the biggest videos, in fact the biggest video I've ever done, is the Witcher 3 tips for beginners videos, and it's now over 3 million views. I'm so proud of it. Now I haven't even looked at my own tips video before I play this, so God knows I might have to go back and look at it if I'm struggling here. It's been a few years since my last playthrough, but this is the new next gen upgrade. I've got it on quality mode. There's a whole load of new graphics and accessibility settings, I suppose you could call them. They're not quite the traditional or the more recent traditional accessibility settings, but loads more options. I've deleted all my game saves. I'm playing on the PS5, which I've heard is actually good news, because the PC at launch of this new next gen update has had several problems. I got lucky again. I chose the right platform. Now I've gone for the quality mode, which means ray tracing will be on. Hopefully it's as smooth, but it will drop it down to 30 frames a second. But hopefully that won't matter. You'll still see good quality changes. Now, yesterday I actually recorded the first half an hour of the game on the original PS4 version of the game, so that maybe down the line I'll show you what the difference looks like after I've done a couple of videos. We'll see how the mood takes me, but let's shut up and get started. I haven't installed Hearts of Stone, Blood and Wine. We're going for the raw game. Let's go. I remember when I first saw this opening cutscene, I was totally blown away. I'd never seen anything like it. Yeah, and they actually haven't, I don't believe they've changed this at all. It all looks a bit the same to me. They haven't gone for any graphical updates in this opening scene, but it's still worth watching. It sets the mood, the tone, and the backstory. And you'll never forget that. Amazing. The beautiful and powerful Yennefer kicking absolute ass on the battlefield. A force to be reckoned with. And so it begins. For those of you that have never played this game before, what the hell have you been doing with your lives up until now? But yes, this is a very, very famous opening scene. Again, unforgettable. Oh.
You know I don't find that amusing.
Yes, confirmed. Geralt has crabs.
It wasn't meant to amuse, but to prod you to hurry. It's midday already. You promised Ciri you'd train with her. Go before Vesemir bores her to death with those etchings.
And that is someone who's been through the wars.
So, later then.
See you later.
Well, you can already see an improvement in the graphics, can't you? There's definite dimples. So yeah, there is a lot of stuff they've added to the game, of course, but the main things that have grabbed the headlines are they've taken some of the 4K texture patches, some of the 4K texture mods that obviously the modding community has brought, and with their permission, their kind permission, they've included it in this next-gen update. But it's not the only thing they've done, okay? They have changed the game in their own way, but they haven't changed it too much from what I can tell so far. Already though, just looking at the way the light is hitting everything here, yes, absolutely. Ray tracing is in and on, and it looks good. Welcome. Do we need the tutorials? I will skip through them as much as I can. Okay, so we've got to use our Witcher senses. Oh, and there was an option to turn off the fisheye lens in the minimap. But the fisheye lens, when you go into the Witcher vision, I remember it seemed to sort of curve around the edge of the screen, but that has gone. I switched it. Oh, sorry, it's an option. I think it's by default off in this version. You can turn it on. Okay, unlock, lock doors, go. Let's get out of here. So we should be heading off to see Ciri. Yeah, there we go. There's our skill. Let me. How do I run again? Can I run? No, doesn't matter. I'm actually going to turn off. Hold on a second. I'm going to turn off the blur. There was too much of a blur there. Let me just see if I can change that. Hold on. Display. Graphics. Yeah, I turned off motion blur because I don't like it, but blur is off as well now. See what that does.
Old Witcher's fast asleep. Ciri's disappeared somewhere, of course. Guess she prefers practice to theory.
That is so much better. I played the original last
Time to
night.
wake up, Master.
And that scene was always too over contrasted.
They put you to sleep too.
Damn it. After taking notes on ghouls and owl ghouls, wanted to rest my eyes a bit.
Making her slog through that brick. No wonder she took off.
John of Bruges lacks flair, true, but he's reliable. Not like the hogwash they print nowadays. She's tackling the pendulums, right? How many times do I have to tell her? Don't train alone. It only embeds your errors. Bring our young damsel to the lower courtyard. She wants to practice, she'll get to practice.
Alright, so this is where you begin realizing if you want one of the better endings in the game, you've got to encourage Ciri when you get some of these conversation options. I mean, I don't think this is a key one, but I will be starting... No, it definitely isn't, because that happens much later in the game. But I will be picking Don't Get Mad at Her.
Don't get mad at her.
Why the hell not? The whippersnapper refuses to do as she's told.
You like that about her.
Fine. I suppose I'm partly to blame, but this has to end now. Killing monsters is not something to be taken lightly. Ciri must understand that if she's to become one of us. I'll see you below.
Oh, it's 10 times better.
Wrong. Now I see why you were so eager to practice. Strike. You're not in a circus. Pirouette.
She's a little show off.
Enough. Get down.
With a flip?
What do you think? All right. Take off the blindfold. You've got work to do. Your reflexes are still slow.
Maybe for a witcher.
Think drowners or striggers will go easy on you because you haven't undergone the mutations? Though in your shoes, I'd fear Vesemir more than any strigger. Disobeying his instructions? Unwise.
Well, yes, but that book was horribly dull.
I know. And you know that's no excuse.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
Okay. Better not, or apologies not enough. It better not.
Better not. Vesemir said if it does, he'll make you eat a bowl of slugs covered in salt.
You!
Exactly. So you'd best behave. Come on. We'll practice with the others down below.
Shall we run the walls?
Now, if you'll forgive me, I'm going to skip the tutorial. I want to get straight into some of the action in the rest of the game.
Believe me, you don't want to keep Vesemir waiting.
We don't need to do that, but it's just running around. It just teaches you how to parkour and get up steps and things. It's not necessary.
Anything to say for yourself, young lady?
I'm very sorry, Uncle Vesemir.
Young blood craves action, I understand that. But when you fight a beast, knowledge counts as much as your silver sword. At the very least, you ought to be able to tell a ghoul from an owl ghoul.
By markings, like unto the Panthera tigris that in Zerrikania dwells, and by the sickly paleness of its visage.
So you did read the chapter. Still, you should have asked if...
But you were asleep, Uncle Vesemir.
This is great. I have to say, I'm just looking all around the screen, all the different texture mods and updates. It's vastly different. Well, I suppose you might not notice, but I can see it, and it looks really, really good. Could have said you did the exercise while Vesemir was asleep. There you go. Teach her a little bit of white lies.
So you did the reading. Why not admit it right off?
Never pounce on an advantage as soon as it appears. Wait till it stands to have maximum effect. Uncle Vesemir's words.
Well, you're a quick study. Quick, but mischievous. Fine, we've talked enough. Geralt, you're with me, Lambert with Eskel, Ciri with the dummy.
Again?
Stop groaning and grab a sword. What do you think? Should we start by reviewing the fundamentals or go right to free training?
Oh, I get a choice. We will skip the tutorial once again.
Let's skip straight to free training. No point going over the basics again.
Now, if you're playing the game for the first time, go through it. You really do need to. It's well worth it. And I'm getting a bit blasé. And hopefully I don't make myself look like an idiot very soon when I forget actually how to fight.
You really showed him, kid.
Ciri, get down here.
A little she-devil. As soon as she's back, we'll set her to polishing all the swords at Kaer Morhen.
Find that helmet? Ciri? I'll make sure to find every last blade for you.
I feel like the guy next to you in the theatre going, nudge, nudge, watch this bit, watch this bit. And I'm so sorry.
What the?
There we go. They've actually added some of the Witcher TV series content into the game as well. Some of the most notable ones are the Nilfgardian armor. We'll learn more about the Nilfgaardians. If you've watched the TV show, you know who they are. And a lot of people hated their armor in the TV show. It had a very different look to the one that was in the game. Now, I've switched it on because I want to see it in the game just as a curiosity. But what I'll probably do with some of these settings and changes, I'll just flip back and forth between them. I think Geralt's armor in the Witcher series is also available quite early on.
Had a nightmare.
About?
And more stuff. Drop stuff down in the comments below and I'll read them, and if I do another episode, if you guys are hungry for it,
we've got time.
Then we'll talk more about it. Okay, I dreamt of Kaer Morhen.
Started in the guest room at Kaer Morhen. I was relaxing in the tub, and next to me,
Triss?
Yennefer. Funny, isn't it? She's never been there. Seemed so real in my dream, though.
Was she nagging you about something?
Looks gorgeous.
True to life,
So
indeed.
different to look at.
We'll find her.
And then we trained Ciri.
In the dream, I went and found Ciri. Then we trained.
Those were the days. Little she-devil. I've trained kids who were faster, stronger, but none had her character. Didn't end well, did it? Your dream?
No. The Wild Hunt appeared, attacked Ciri. I couldn't move, stood there like a stump.
It was just a dream.
Ciri in my dreams might mean she's in danger, right? We should explore that because it's kind of important.
That's the problem. It was more. In the past, when Ciri'd appear in my dreams, something was wrong. She was in danger.
We taught her how to defend herself from anything, wraiths included.
Be dawning soon. Time to go.
The beard hair. Just details like that.
Wait.
The beard hair looks much improved.
Show me the letter from Yennefer.
Although
Might
his
have overlooked
head of hair
some
doesn't really
hint.
change much.
Didn't overlook anything. We were meant to meet in Willoughby. That's what she wrote. Meanwhile, one army or another burned the village to the ground. All we can do is follow her trail, so...
Stop talking for a minute and give me the letter. How about that? It does smell of lilac and gooseberries.
You were gonna read it, not sniff it.
We must meet soon. Willoughby near Vizima. Nothing else to guide us there. What's this postscript? I still have the unicorn?
Right. Now, just when you know. If I was to take this option, we'd find out a bit more, but do I really need to? They used stuff... It's private.
That's private. Very private.
Aha, I understand. At least I think I do. Maybe not entirely, but perhaps that's for the best.
Back on topic. How's it look? How far behind Yennefer are we?
2 or 3 days. Trail's fresh. But it looks like it leads towards the main road. Could be muddled there. Wait, hear that?
I smell it.
All right, let's roll the ghouls all over the place. All right, monsters, yes. Life on the continent and in Skellige Isles is nasty. More on Skellige another time. Brutish and short war lays waste to the land, and those it spares live in fear of the countless monsters lurking outside every town and village. Monsters are shown with a silver health bar, blah, blah. Okay, so you have to use your silver sword for the monsters and your normal sword without. Here's all of our... oh, look at that. Oh, this is new. Quick casting. This was an option. I was curious to see how it worked. There's a quick casting option. Ard, Axi, Quen, and Earden, and Igni with L2. So this is completely different. Normally you'd have to select which cast you wanted to use in a wheel, and then the same button would always operate that cast. But the quick casting isn't actually quicker. It just allows you to quickly select between different options. I like that. Now we've got to try and remember which one is which. Which one is whicher? Quen? Axi is the mind tricks. Quen is the one that gives you like the shield. Igni, of course, very useful. So let's have a little play with this. Okay, got to get used to the controls all over again. So far so good. Get out of it. Right, what was dodge? Oh yeah, circle. Okay, got it. Okay, I've got loads of upgrades to come, which will mean we get a little more combat moves. Okay, that's good, we're done. Oh no, we're not. Get out of it. Nice combo. Alright, striking opponents generates adrenaline. Certain abilities you can acquire later to perform special attacks require consume adrenaline points. Okay, well, that's for the future.
When armies pass, necrophages follow. Let's go before any more show up.
Okay, now this is important. If you're playing on the standard version like I am, I just like the standard version. I'm not interested in punishing myself any more than I already get. But on Blood and Broken Bones and Death March, you don't get to meditate. I remember putting this in the tips video, and a load of people pulled me up on it. And I always said, if you meditate before a battle or a fight or something, you'll give yourself full health, and actually your potions also replenish as well. But of course, as the tip here points out, that does not happen on those higher difficulty settings. I think your health regenerates, but your potions do not replace themselves. Okay, and of course we can heal ourselves up with food and drink, and you can put those in your consumable slots on the D-pad, up and down, and that's it. So, I don't know, I'm telling you this, most of you know this already, but if you are new, again, might as well give you the benefit of some experience, but I was also just pointing out what they already tell you. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. So, we have a horse. A horse. But first of all, we must loot everything we find. Okay, that is one of my main tips, of course. Like a Viking going Christmas shopping, if you remember rightly. Loot and pillage and steal everything you can. Alright, that's it. Okay, let's bring Roach over here. Horse mounting, yep, I don't know. Okay, I've got to get up to it. Okay, so this is the quick access menu, which I just found with R1. So I could... Normally this would be the weapon wheel you'd select things from. But clearly, I can do other things here. You have multiple items in your pockets, you can switch between them. Use R to change your bolts with a crossbow. Yep. Okay, turn to game. I love that
Ever
slow-mo
tell you
though.
about this sorcerer I knew? Couldn't stop talking about how
Yeah.
useful they are as creatures.
Okay, let's go. So cantering, you have to hold down the X button. If you double tap and then keep it held, you go
Because
into
by
a
eating rotting
like a
corpses, they
canter,
prevent epidemics.
and then again you get a little faster.
Do you know they eat the living as well?
No.
But yes, I can see the
they have
stamina at the bottom.
too.
War's
Stay
not exactly
collapsed.
going our way.
We have a side.
The northern realms.
Radovid's realms, don't you mean? Temeria and Edirn are no more.
Radovid's pledged to restore the old borders as soon as he wins the war.
Believe that.
Gotta believe
Now, one of the
something.
other tips I put in that
Keeps
video
us
is,
going.
at the very beginning of the game, stick to the roads. Do not go down there and fight those guys at this time. You're gonna die. They're interesting, but don't do it. Okay, just don't. You'll get frustrated and you'll think the game's too hard. Well, more experienced people knock yourselves out, but personally I would recommend against it.
We going?
God damn, that's bright.
Help me! Help!
Ah. The griffin. Nice, you got a cut. Well, that was a bit of tit for tat, wasn't it? Poor little horse.
How's it gone?
Yeah. Come out.
Well, they haven't improved on this man's haircut. Still cut with a knife and fork and used a bowl for a mold.
That was close. I was sure I'd end up like my mare.
Provided you got lucky.
Your horse died quickly, but griffins like to toy with their prey. Eat it alive, piece by piece.
Well said.
You'd like a reward, I suppose.
Now, always remember, a witcher likes money, okay? We work for money, even if we just help somebody randomly. Yeah, go on then. I could use a few crowns.
Could always use a few crowns.
Thing is, I've a meager purse at the moment.
I don't care, hand it over.
Nilfgardians requisitioned my goods. Now this.
That's it. Cold hard
Here.
stare. Always works. And that's how you earn money, folks. It doesn't, there's no like
Back to
karma
the trail.
scale.
Like I said, leads to the main road and ends there, muddled.
You seek someone?
Why do you care? Or yes, a woman. Yeah, why not? We'll tell him.
Yes, a woman. Medium height, long black hair. Seen anyone like that?
No. But there's an inn here in White Orchard. Sole one around. Gets its share of travelers. Perhaps you'll learn something there?
Not a bad idea. Especially since that wound needs cleaning.
Ah, beast barely grazed me. But sure, could use a good rye. Nice and cool, you know, straight from a cellar.
Let's go.
Sounds like a good idea. Let's go for a pint. Right, Roach, get over here. Right, new entry has been added to the bestiary. Now, this is well worth doing. You must do this all the time. This is a bit of an extended tips video, isn't it? Use the bestiary. Honestly, you've just got to read every entry because it will tell you exactly how, in some cases, it'll give you enough information about the beast you're fighting. You see on the screen here, we brought up the griffin. It's shown us at the bottom what it's vulnerable against. Very, very important. You've got strategies. Read the right-hand side if you want to. There's just a bit of background, but really, the best bit is the bit at the bottom. So if we select the option here, now we can move the D-pad to the right. Certainly on the PlayStation. Grape shot bombs. It's vulnerable. There's an oil you can apply to your sword. In this case, hybrid oil. It's vulnerable. But I don't think we're going to have those the first time we come up against a griffin. But we will have the Ard sign. Double Ard. So we must remember that. Now, I've also got to remember Went on a went on a road. Got it. So I've got to try and remember how to switch the odd side. Okay, that's the telekinetic blast. I don't think is it triangle? It's very hard to tell. We're gonna have to figure that out. Trouble is, by the time you've sort of learnt these new options, the quick
a griffin this close to the village.
spellcast. I don't know. I'm not sure I'm going to get on with it too well, but we'll see.
Sure, but here, and near the main road.
Maybe it's the war. Corpses everywhere, the stench of blood, burnt flesh. Drives monsters crazy sometimes.
All right, yeah, populated villages, populated areas, villages, etc., etc. There's loads of stuff to do in here. Notice boards. Go check the notice boards everywhere you go.
Men, too. We need to watch ourselves in White Orchard. And we should leave as soon as we learn anything.
These things. The green things on the map, they become fast travel points. Find as many as you can.
Everything's gonna be fine.
Excuse me, Roach.
My gran told me about Smith's boy.
Sorry, my lady. Look at the size of these birds.
When he started twisting and squirming, so wham bam, he knocked his head off. Right, sorry.
What? Take that down before there's trouble.
That is a coat of arms, the Temerian lilies. They've a right to hang there.
This ain't Temeria no more, old man. It's Nilfgardian now.
My arse it is.
Witches.
I'll not drink with Weaver-lost freaks.
Beg your pardon for those thugs.
No need. We're used to it.
Folk are jumpy round here. Armies just passed through. Now a griffin's prowling about.
Already had the pleasure. One mean beast.
Mean? Light way for a hunter to put it. Clawed Lena so bad, poor thing's 1 foot in the grave. But does no good to wallow in misfortune. How can I be of service?
With a drop of vodka for me.
And you? Something to wet your tongue?
Well, here we go. Right, so every place you go, most of the taverns, they are shops. You can buy things in here. Look out for the Gwent cards as well. I actually did a playthrough once only to get the full set of Gwent cards. And you know what? I missed one. I got through the whole game and I realised I'd missed out on one opportunity about halfway through this quest. And I thought, no, I'm going to see it through. There was just a single damn card I didn't get. But I got the whole set other than that. So maybe you never know this time. Okay, so we can obviously see what she's got to sell. I think it's quite good to just have a quick look, see what's there. And here we go. So, as case in point, we've got cards on the right-hand side. There's food here as well, of course. You know, certainly starting off in the beginning of the game, if you want to buy some food just to replenish what you've got in your pockets, well worth doing. But remember, if you meditate often enough, you might not need so much. So always carry water. It's pretty quick to restore your health. And any other kind of food item. You're going to find loads out there anyway, but just at the beginning it's going to be a bit tricky. So this shopkeeper actually is a good place to come to, and we should be able to afford a couple of things. You've got lots of other things. Quest items in here. That's the letter that we got from Yennefer that we saw. Actually, it probably has a translation. If we can we read it? Can we read it? I don't think we can read it. Okay. Crafting. Anything we could craft is in this window. Potions that we've got on us, any bombs we've got on us, weapons and armor that we could switch to. Obviously none of that is available yet. These are the Gwent cards. Decoy. Oh yes, always worth having a few of them in your back pocket. Catapult. We'll go through the rules of Gwent in another video as I said, if I do a series of this, maybe you guys want to see it, maybe you don't, I don't know. But I'm going to go for the Faltis card because I know how useful that is a bit later on, so I'm going to grab that myself. Now, what else? We can always come back here as well, but don't leave White Orchard till you've done everything. The first area in the game, don't just spend your whole time roaming around. Do all the side quest missions, everything you can. Go explore, get everything. Because you'll need it. You'll need to be leveled up sufficiently enough when you get to the next area. It gives you a bit of an advantage, well, quite a big advantage actually. So definitely please do that. Now I'm going to buy a little bit of bread, just because. Just the one. Any water here? What we do have, alchemy ingredients, spirits. More on alchemy as it comes. You'll certainly be learning more about that as the game goes by. And a plum. Geralt's plums. No. Okay, we'll leave that. Okay, so is there a contract on the Griffin? This could be useful.
There a contract on that Griffin?
Nay, not at the moment. Used to be. Soon as a beast had built a nest nearby, the alderman would start a collection, or go to the Lord for help. Now the alderman don't use the privy without asking the Black One's permission first. And seems they hanged the Lord. So no contract.
Shame. We might have done something, but not for free.
Okay. Looking for a woman. She won't wonder what we're asking that for.
Raven-haired, violet eyes, dresses in black and white, riding in from Willoughby. And, strange as it sounds, lilac and gooseberries might have smelled that.
I've not seen nor smelt such a lady. Believe I'd remember.
Yeah, especially hard to forget this one.
Plenty of travellers about, though. Folk from all over. Might be worth your while to ask after her.
Right, so, dialogue, ending conversations, you can see is the closed speech bubble. That's basically it. We'll close it now. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thanks for everything.
In the speech options, this might be obvious to you guys, but the yellow highlighted ones progress story missions or story quests or side quests. The white ones are optional, but I always kind of play them anyway because I like to figure out a bit more, but not so much this time.
Help you bandage that up?
Please. I'm not decrepit yet.
Then I'll ask about Yennefer.
Mm-hmm. Just remember, we'd rather not draw any attention.
Two guys with yellow eyes, both with two swords on their backs.
Been out measuring the fields. Let him measure.
And we're not supposed to draw any attention.
Oh, Drommel, you're dumber than a headless cockerel. Why are they marking out them lines, eh?
I love this. This is almost an order rather than an option. Talk, peasants.
I'm looking for someone.
And we seek some peace and quiet.
Out of my face, freak. For your breath sours my beer.
Charming. Charming. Now, this is the other thing. We've got the Axii sign, as I said before. That's it's like a Jedi mind trick. It convinces them. It influences their minds, so they can act according to our will, as it says there. So you can charm more stubborn individuals. Now, there's a level you have of Axii. You can upgrade the level of it, and some conversation options will appear the higher the level you get to actually convince the person to do what you want them to do. So we'll go with that just to demonstrate.
Raven, woman dressed in black and white. Seen her? Talk.
Folks say the lady rode through the village a few days back. Galloping so fast she knocked Radabor into a ditch.
Which way did she go?
Dunno. Lots of tracks leading off the main road. Could have gone anywhere.
Boy, people! The freak's taken Micah's mind!
Uh-huh. And I'll take your tongue if you don't shut up.
Man, it's such a huge game. I'm realizing now, as more I'm playing it, thinking if I do commit to a series, it's going to be a long one. But then maybe that's what you guys want to watch. I don't know. Look at the little putty tat.
Once more, there are 4 factions.
All right, what about you? Talk, peasant.
What a waste of time. The Earth shall revolve around the sun before you comprehend these rules.
Got a minute?
Why not? Aldert Geert, Assistant Professor in Contemporary History at Oxenfurt Academy.
Geralt of Rivia, Witcher, with tenure.
Tenure.
I'm looking for a woman. Long hair, dressed in black and white. Seen anyone like that?
Of course not. Unlike the populace, I know the horsewoman of war is pure poppycock.
Okay, the horsewoman of war. What a great name. Lovely description. What the hell do you mean?
Horsewoman of war? What's that about?
Folks say an omen. A beautiful phantom rides the fields at night, looks as you described her. Armies follow her, and all who cross her path meet with misfortune.
I can vouch for the last bit. Know where they saw her?
No, facts interest me, not fairy tales.
Okay, War made it to Nilfgaardian. I've got to ask him all of these. Why not?
Not a place I'd ever expect to find a scholar. Take it you're fleeing the war?
Quite the opposite. Chasing it. I'm headed for the front.
Tired of life?
I seek knowledge, which I value more than life itself. I've a thirst no dusty old tomes can quench. I wish to see the Nilfgaardian invasion with my own eyes, understand it, and record it all in my chronicle, my magnum opus.
Some of the camera shots are so nicely done. And I've got to point out the facial detail as well. It was always good. A 7-year-old game. That's why it blew us all away. Not just that, but one of the things. It's really improved here as well, but it's still so good, even though the game engine is the same, right? It's 7 years old. They haven't changed the game engine. It's not a remaster, but it is just a skin over the top of the game. They've done a really good job here. I'm really impressed. Go back to your books while you still can, or write about war, what it's really like. Yes, do that.
Interesting. We need somebody to describe war, what it's really like. Not colorful banners and generals making moving speeches, but rape, violence, and thoughtless cruelty.
Ah, I see you lack the polish of the Academy. Rape and cruelty are details of no import to the war's course. Trinkets on the garment of conflict, one might say.
Trinkets?
Tell that to the people whose houses burned down.
Okay, I think we should burn this guy's house down.
War reached Novigrad yet?
Nope, but it's only a matter of time. Nilfgaard on one bank, Redania on the other, drooling over the city like dogs over a juicy bone.
Many a ruler's choked on that bone.
True. We value our liberty in Novigrad, and we know how to fight for it.
The scholars especially.
The sword is not the only weapon. Do not forget, architects from our academy designed the city walls. Walls no war machine has ever crumbled.
It's the voice acting as well. I've forgotten how really good quality it was. They got some very, very skilled voice actors to do this.
Gotta go. So long.
A moment, Witcher. You strike me as a man of the world. Are you familiar with Gwent?
No, and I don't have time to learn.
But the rules are quite simple. Come, let's play.
Okay, well, I'm not going to do it today. We will be playing Gwent, okay? But I want to get on with the story. Oh, you're going to make me, are you? Oh, the game makes you here. I can't remember. No, we'll leave it. But we will play.
No thanks. Got some other things on my mind.
Shame. I'd ask the locals, but since they can't count to 10, the rules are a complete mystery. Ah, well, I'm here if you change your mind.
I'll do that off camera because recording... I'd rather explain the rules myself. Because there's a few things that they don't put in the tutorial. It just explains the basics. It's a thoroughly addictive game, though, I have to say. Right, let's talk to this guy. Gaunter O'Dim now. There is somebody who watches my videos quite regularly who may be familiar with this name.
Looking for a woman.
Like everyone.
Not like everyone. And not just any woman. Mine smells of lilac and gooseberries, dresses in black and white.
2 schnapsies. It'll lift your spirits.
And there's a reason why this guy is famous. Okay, fine, I'll have a drink, not in the mood, let's get to the point.
Finding her, that'll lift my spirits.
You look haggard. It's just a few drops to improve your mood. A little schnapsies never hurt a soul.
Can we cut to the chase? You seen her or not?
Yennefer of Vengerberg.
Well, he knows exactly who we're after.
Never mentioned her name.
Yet you described her perfectly. And once I hear something, I never forget. Can't help it.
So we got a Nilfgaardian lemon. We don't have to drink it, do we? I can't remember. How do you know her?
How do you know Yennefer?
What a question. Master Dandelion's ballads, of course. The only way a humble merchant might hope to rub up against greatness. Unless, that is, he's as lucky as I am.
And runs into a very patient witcher.
It's a Geralt of Rivia himself. The Butcher of Blaviken.
And who is this? We've got to ask him who he is, right?
What do you do? Who are you?
A mangy vagrant. Gaunter O'Dim, at your service.
Vagrant? That a profession now?
Once a merchant of mirrors. The madding crowd dubbed me Master Mirror, or the Man of Glass.
The Man of Glass. All right, where's Yennefer?
You seen Yennefer?
Deepest apologies, but I must ask. Is this about love?
None of your business. Or, of course, it's about love. Ooh, I don't know. I'm going to say none of your business, you nosy sod.
None of your business?
Yes. As a vagrant, I deserve no explanation.
What do you know? Tell me.
Before you appeared, it never occurred to me that might have been Yennefer. Who would have thought?
Get to the point.
A Nilfgardian scout from the local garrison saw her.
Where?
At their camp. She rode in there. Dark of night. Black and white. Gooseberries and... Yes, I know. Had a terse exchange with the garrison commander and raced off.
Where to?
I'm not omniscient. Ask at the garrison.
Thanks.
We men of the road must stick together. Perhaps one day I'll be in trouble and you'll be nearby to help.
It looks so damn good. I don't know whether it's... I want to go back and compare the recording I did yesterday on the PS4 version, just to see, but I didn't get this far. I did the first half an hour. I mean, that'll give us enough to go on to see what these improvements are. But yes, we've got stuff here that we can do. Now, there's a little chest over here. Everywhere you see one of these, there's a stash. Now, they didn't have this in the original version of the game. It wasn't even in the version I did the tips video on all that time ago. But they added a stash. and wherever one is, it's sort of a teleport stash. You can access the same stuff anywhere you find one of these green chests. Such a useful thing they added to the game. I think people were crying out for it, and the devs added it in. So good. Store stuff in there and you can pick it up from another place another time. I don't think there's anything in it. No, not by default. Alright, let's go outside, shall we?
Done drinking?
Mm-hmm.
Then fuck off.
Don't want your kind here.
Oh no, she's horrified. As if she didn't know. Now, this is the other reason you want to use the Axii. Is just to get out of little situations like this. You can go for the fight if you want to, but to be honest, I would recommend you level this up, because you're going to need... The more you use it, the more you level it up, and the more you're going to need it a bit later on, so use it here.
Haven't done anything to you, so just calm down.
Of course not. You've done nothing.
Horses work in witchcraft. Get him!
Didn't work anyway. Alright, you suds. Okay, so the dodge button, circle button. Okay, oh, we got Fist of the South Star. What's that for? Well, oh, this guy. The other guy's drunk. So dodge button every time you see him coming in for a swing, and it's an easy fight to win. Okay, your game state automatically saves when you reach certain milestones, but there is an autosave option, by the way. It's, again, an additional thing. You can make the slider, well, it certainly is additional from the original game. You can slide now all the way down to 3-minute autosaves, up to like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, I can't remember what it was, but I just took it all the way down to 3. Because I know it was one of the tips I gave a long time ago, is save as often as you can. Because you might have just done something that you found really difficult to do, and then you die, and you've got to go all the way back to do the difficult thing again. So just save as often as you can, especially if you think you're about to go take a challenge on or something. There we go. Challenge over. Right, so we've got to go ask the Nilfgaardians about Yennefer. So I should... Oh. Are they down? Are they in the village? I can't remember.
The hungry gap.
They've taken all our grain.
Will you rise across?
Ah, this is the other thing. These notice boards.
Kings do the fighting.
Read them all. And the yellow exclamations.
Vesemir snoring. He bumped his head when he went to bed and whacked himself. Good morning.
Lovely. Thank you, boy. Thank you, boy. Beautiful song. So, when you look at the notice board, usually the ones with a red stamp on them are like an extra mission. So it'll add a side quest to your quest list. Everything else in here, that last one, the bigger notices I think are like side quests, and the little ones are just kind of fun to read. If you want to have a read of them. I haven't read them all. I can't be bothered. But it adds points of interest as well. It's not just about giving you side quests. It will add these little question marks. Just if they mention a place, they'll be added to your map. And if we want to see the map, certainly on the PS5, you can press the touchpad to go into the world map, and then we start to see other locations. So there's stop all the advice. Got it. Yep. So the current quests are there. Yes, got it. Oh, would you please go away? So, what we should be able to find if I zoom out are other places. Oh, we've got to get out all the way out there. Lilac and Gooseberries. That's where we've got to head. But I'm thinking it would have added a couple of question marks here after I picked up that last item. Could be horribly wrong. Or do I have to zoom in a bit? Maybe it's not added it just yet. But I'm pretty sure I've picked up a quest. Let me just switch over to the quests. White, Orchard, Lilac and Gooseberries. Okay, so these are main quests. Secondary quests. Missing in White Orchard. Find June Wildenwert and collect them all. That's the collection of Gwent cards. That will stay with you as a secondary quest all through the game. The Witcher contracts, the Devil by the Well. That's one of the things we just picked up, which is why I'm surprised it hasn't showed us anything. We'll come back to that one. I wanna carry on with the Lilac and Gooseberries story for now.
What did you say? Who told you that?
But also, these guys, exclamation marks. When one of your quests is updated, a notification will appear on the left-hand side. Yes, if you're not currently tracking the updated quest, you can press R3 to start tracking it. Yeah, that's fine. The Devil by the Well contract. It's just arrived because of the notice board. It's just a bit delayed. This guy, Willis, should give us a new quest as well.
What happened here?
Oh, got a wee bit chilly the night, so I set fire to my forge. Got it nice and roaring. Roasted some wieners. What do you think happened, dimwit? Some bugger set alight me workshop. I've lost everything. Everything!
Don't insult me or I'm sorry. No, let's be nice to the man.
Sorry. Any suspects?
Whole damned village. I've lived here half a century. Thought they saw me as one of their own. But everything changed when the Black Ones came. I'm the only smith around, so I got to service their garrison. Bang dents out of plate, shoe horses. That sort of thing. Nilfgardians don't pay me a bloody copper. Just give me supplies and orders. But humans can't fathom that. They think I'm getting rich off their misfortune. That I sleep on a pile of gold like a ploughing dragon. They've stopped talking to me. Spit when I pass. And now this.
It's funny, isn't it? How people like the Nilfgaardians in this world, they don't engage in trade and build the communities. They just want to destroy, take over, have power, but they miss such simple things as paying a man for his trade. They gave him the metal and materials and orders to make stuff, but they don't give him anything in return. You can see why this kind of society is bound to break down. It's doomed to failure.
I can find your arsonist, provided you're willing to pay.
I've not much left, but I'll give you all if you bring me that horse in, so that he gets what he deserves. The night of the fire, I heard movement outside my hut. Went out to see if I could find any tracks. I found nothing. But then I haven't got cat eyes, have I? Good luck.
Now, at this point, I would normally go off and do a couple of these, but I want to get a little bit of a level up first, so we're going to continue the main story next. Points of interest, of course, all these things will appear on the minimap. You know, I don't know, I'm saying all this stuff out loud, like I'm sort of patronising, because I know most of you know all this already. But if you are new to the game, you've just kind of got to read all that, pick up what they mean. There's so much to take in and learn when you first start a game of this size and scale. So I totally get it. We need Roach. We're going on a ride. Roach has got himself stuck up here. What are you doing up there, boy? Now, I did have a funny glitch once where 2 roaches appeared. I didn't know which one I was supposed to ride. I felt kind of bad for the one I left. Right, we will do side quests. Don't worry. No, get up. We're gonna
take it easy.
Dude. I said, what did I say? Stick to the roads, I said. Now, if you hold down X, that was the Nilfgardian armor. Hold on a second.
Slow.
When you're on the road, if you hold down X, it will just naturally stick to the road. I want to. Oh, God, damn it! Right, get off. I want to see. This is the armor from the TV show. So I'm interested. Yes! Oh, there it is. It's horrible. It's just as horrible as before. Look at that. Look at that. It's sort of crimpled, wrinkled. It looks like your thumb or your fingers when you've been in the water too long, doesn't it? Very different. Somebody hocking one up there. That was horrible. All right, anyway, we're off.
No choice.
No. It's a wolf. We're just going to skip that because, as recommended, don't bother. Stick to the roads at the beginning of the game. Don't veer off the beaten track. It's not worth it. Not until you got some levels in you. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about because I died a lot when I first started the game, just simply out of lack of experience. I might be alright now if I gave it a go because, you know, I'm incredibly skilled and experienced. But I want to get to the next bit of the story. Look at these guys. Okay, dismount. I won't change the armor setting. It's simply an option in the main menu. Look at this guy. I wonder if I can do it live. Does it mean I have to reload the game or something? Let's check. So I think it was in gameplay. Come all the way down. Oh, it's not this. Display. Is it display? Graphics? Nope. Gotta be gameplay. Where is it? Oh, what's going on? Oh. These are options in the main menu. You can't hot select them from inside the game. Okay, but there is an option in the main menu to switch the armor to the regular armor, and I have to say, I'm not sure I like this. Very different. The textures look amazing, though. On Geralt's armor, and the what? What are you doing? What are you? That's probably what he's thinking of me. Anyway, look, shut up. Let's get on with it. Oh god, I was going to sprint, but I sprinted a little early, just as I needed to make a turn. Get up. Okay. Right, lads.
Military camp. No locals allowed without the express consent of the garrison commander.
I look like a local to you?
You look like trouble.
Dead wrong. I make trouble go away. I'm a witcher.
A witcher? Captain Peter Sagwin Levy is in the tower. Turn right, past the gate.
See, you can be nice. Or we can ask for work, okay? Take every opportunity
captain's got work for
to
me.
get extra work.
This is the army, Nordling. There is no guessing.
To the tower. Go.
Alright then. Okay, let's just head straight over there. Looks like amazing. Looks absolutely beautiful. I'm really just wandering through slowly, just trying to take it all in. Now, if you've been watching the TV series, you'll know all about these guys.
We must requisition a share of your harvest.
Grab any herbs and things you find as well, anything like this, anything on the ground. If you don't need it later, you can sell it, but you'll need as much of it as you can. There's a quartermaster here we can talk to, but we're going to head straight upstairs. Craftsman can craft a variety of items, blah, blah, blah. Armorers make armor, blacksmiths forge weapons. Okay, very good point. Might be obvious, but you need to know these things. because you're going to be visiting these people a lot.
How much grain will your village give?
Whatever you say, Your Excellency.
Look at my hands. Look. See the calluses? These are not the hands of an excellency, but of a farmer. So we speak peasant to peasant. How much can you give?
40 bushels. There'd be more, sir, but our lads, the Temerians, that is, took from us earlier and...
You will give 30, and that will do. Let us settle on it, and I wish to see the transport soon.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you kindly.
I summoned only the Elderman and the smith, Willis. But it is said he is a dwarf. You are too tall to be here.
Yeah, I like that. Can't argue with the logic. Yes, I'm not a dwarf. Plan to requisition something from him too. No, just go with sarcasm.
Very perceptive of you. Geralt of Rivia, Witcher.
Vatgarn. This explains why I did not hear your footsteps. What do you seek here?
Yennefer of Vengerberg. Where was she headed?
That is a military secret.
Haven't thrown me out yet. Haven't called the guards. So go ahead. What's your price?
There is a griffin in the area. Slay it. And then I shall see what I can do.
Right, we're going griffin hunting.
It's a deal. Some questions before I start. Know where the griffin has its lair?
It kept to the Vulpine Woods at first. I sent a patrol there, 5 young men. A hunter found them 2 days on. They only recognized them because they wore our plate. Since then, the griffin has grown bold. Attacks in villages, fields, on the main road.
Meaning it's abandoned its lair. Gonna have to set a trap.
I judge from your tone this will not be easy. What do you require?
Gotta be honest, look at the leather trim on Geralt. It looks so bloody real. It's amazing. Gotta gather a specific herb or could use some information about the griffin. So we need a herb, that's true, because we want to make that oil, right? We could use, or was it the potion? Which one of the two? Could use some more information about the griffin. We could do with both here.
I'll need bait, a specific herb, buckthorn. Scent should lure the griffin from 10 miles off.
Buckthorn? I do not know this, but I am not yet fluent in the common tongue.
Probably mastered the basics, though. Hands up. Kill them.
No. First came idioms. Don't play with fire, for example. Go to Tomira, an herbalist. She lives near the crossroads. She will aid you.
Okay, well, we'll get some more info about the griffin as well.
Need more information about this griffin. Its sex, why it's abandoned its lair.
Shall I bring you witnesses?
They won't say anything I don't already know. I need to go where your men died. Look around. What's the name of the hunter who found them?
Mislav. He has a hut south of the village, very near the wood. Helpful fellow. A little strange, though.
Sounds good. I like strange.
Tamira and Mislav. Thanks.
Es Sundjakten.
Sundjakten to you too. Well, so we've got a brand new quest, but it has more than one objective, as you see. You can choose which objective is tracked by pressing R3. That almost rhymed. We got both on the right-hand side, so I press R3 now. Complete the Griffin contract, the Beast of the White Orchard. So, that is our next task, just as the rain starts rolling in. Guys, I'm going to leave it here. How'd you fancy watching a bit of a Griffin fight? I want to play more of this game, this beautiful, beautiful game. And so I'm gonna. There'll be a part 2. But I'd be interested to see if you want to see... Do you want to see a whole series? How much of you will stick around for that? I don't know. I'm not sure I will do it. I don't know. It depends on how many views we get, how many likes we get. I know usually the series, that kind of thing drops off anyway. What the hell. I'll just do me, shall I? Guys, thanks for watching. All the very best. Take care. And good night.